still coming down, how long this gloomy weather is going to linger, and how long we get a dry break coming up. Stuck in a soggy pattern, and that's something that's going to stick around kind of off and on throughout the next few days, at least a chance to see some rainfall. Tomorrow's going to be the best bet that we have of staying dry, essentially from start to finish. Now, as we go throughout the rest of this afternoon, we are getting some breaks in the wet weather for areas of northern Kentucky. However, it is still going to be really gloomy outside for the rest of your Wednesday afternoon. And then on top of that, too, still seeing some sprinkles across town, especially over on the west side and then areas of southeastern Indiana from Ripley County up toward Franklin County. We've also got some rain coming down over top of the metro, too. It's a light rain, but still rain nonetheless for Finneytown, Norwood, Silverton, Blue Ash, Forest Park, Coleraine, Cheviot, and then areas of downtown Cincinnati still seeing some of the mist as well. So it's either a drizzle or a mist or even just a light rain that's going to be around for the rest of this afternoon. Holding on to that potential for a few more hours. Our rain totals just since midnight closer to about a little bit more than half an inch of rain in Cincinnati, so that taken at CVG. Closer to 3/10 in Wilmington, the Lunken Airport, just over a tenth of an inch of rainfall, right around a quarter of an inch over in Batavia and Hamilton. A little bit closer to almost a full inch of rain there. From the last 2 days combined, yesterday and today, a lot of our spots back out to southeastern Indiana, picking up some of those higher totals, some areas even closer to 2 inches for the last 2 days, but a lot of us anywhere from an inch to about 2 inches of rainfall. Now, coming up in a few minutes, I'm going to show you how long we'll get a break from the dry weather or the wet weather tomorrow, and then when that wet weather is going to start to return this upcoming holiday weekend coming up in a few. Rainfall across the area. Still going to see some additional rain through tonight as well. How long that sticks around and what you can expect if you're heading out to Taste this weekend or doing anything else for the holiday weekend coming up, because we've got lots of rain. I'll show you the details coming up here in a few minutes. You're watching Cincinnati's WLWT News 5, and we'll be right back. Incredibly hot, or we've got the thunderstorms around, and this year it looks like it's going to be more on the rainy side of things. Not a washout of a weekend by any means, but still looking at ample opportunities to run into rain throughout your holiday weekend. So across town right now, very gloomy outside. We've had off and on rain all day long. We had those thunderstorms early this morning. I think a lot of us running on a little bit of sleep today, thanks to all of that loud thunder that was coming down earlier this morning, right around 4 o'clock. If you know, you know. So as we go throughout the rest of today, still going to see more rain, less thunder. We do have a little bit of thunder activity back out toward Adams County. It's mainly thunder activity rolling through there. I do still think some scattered showers will be a possibility throughout the rest of this evening and even overnight too. Throughout areas of southeastern Indiana, we've got rainfall over top of Franklin, rainfall just south of 74 as well throughout Versailles, Sundman, Manchester, you're seeing rain, Logan, Lawrenceburg even still seeing some spotty drizzle across town, and then throughout the Cincinnati metro, you still have rain over on the west side. Even though it shows some pockets of drying on the east side, you're likely still at least dealing with a little bit of mist or really just gloomy weather and damp weather, even when it's not fully kind of sprinkling over top of you. We do have some showers over top of Blue Ash right now up toward Mason and Loveland. Areas around Westchester also seeing some of that rainfall. Forest Park, Fairfield, Ross Township, Okeana, all seeing some showers stretched across town for you. The last 3 days, so since Monday, we have picked up some pretty decent rainfall totals. Some of the reports from yesterday to today landing anywhere from 1 to 1.5 inches, generally 1 to 2. Some of those higher totals closer to 2 throughout southeastern Indiana, just from yesterday and today combined. However, if you count anything that fell on Monday as well, we've also picked up almost 3 inches of rain. At least that's what radar is estimating since Monday for some spots over towards southeastern Indiana. For the rest of tonight, holding on to that light shower chance, I do think we'll pick up at least another quarter of an inch, possibly as much as a half inch of rainfall here for the remainder of the night. Not everybody sees rain all night long, but if you are south and east of I-71, there is a chance that tomorrow morning you're waking up still with a few more showers that are going to be moving through. Areas though for the Cincinnati metro, southeastern Indiana, you start to dry out tomorrow. And it looks like too, cloud cover is going to linger for a lot of the day. So even tomorrow looks like it's going to be kind of just a cloudy day and cool by May standards. We're only topping out in the mid 60s tomorrow, mid to upper 60s tomorrow afternoon. So staying on the cool side. And then by Friday, we've got the chance of more rain. So this upcoming holiday weekend does provide ample opportunity to see rainfall. Not every single day is going to see that rainfall, but I do think that there will be better times to run into some showers and thunderstorms. One of the time frames will be Friday afternoon through Friday evening. Saturday at this point looking to be mostly dry for us, and then by the time we get into Sunday afternoon, looks like we'll start to see some more rain returning, and the Memorial Day still at least featuring the chance of seeing some rain second half of the day on Monday. So a few showers a possibility here Saturday. Temperatures too struggling for the next 2 days to reach even out of the 60s. This upcoming weekend will top out likely in the upper 70s. For the night, if you get woken up by thunder again tonight, and the wet weather sticking around for the holiday weekend coming up. Soggy pattern really wants to stay with us for the rest of the weekend. So right now we do still have some showers around. They are on the lighter side of things, not as much thunder as we were dealing with yesterday, but still seeing that rainfall all across greater Cincinnati from Kentucky up to Ohio and then areas throughout southeastern Indiana as well. So within the 275 loop, we do have some light rain there. Light rain scattered throughout southeastern Indiana too, anywhere from Switzerland County up toward Fayette, Franklin, and Union County, seeing that light rain. And this is going to be off and on for the rest of the afternoon and even into this evening as well. So if you still have some cleanup to do after those storms yesterday, I know the east side of town ended up with a lot of tree limbs down. If you're hoping to get that stuff done today, you'll need the raincoat because it's going to be raining off and on for the rest of tonight. If you can wait 24 hours through tomorrow, more dry time expected tomorrow afternoon. We still have some showers across northern Kentucky too. Areas of some slightly more moderate rain trying to kind of perk up there in Grant County just to the west of I-75. Otherwise, we also have some rain throughout Pendleton County as well. Rain chances tonight, again, sticking around kind of off and on. That severe weather threat well to our south and east, mainly for eastern Kentucky and to West Virginia. For us here locally, it's just a light rain that's going to be around tonight, but still enough to be something, that's going to have an impact if you're heading out running errands or anything like that. So the gloomy weather for at least the rest of the evening and overnight tonight. Tomorrow we start to dry out. Does not last very long though. This holiday weekend, we'll start to see some more rain returning as soon as Friday rolls around. I'll show you which part of the day looks rainiest coming up. Sheree?
Allison.
Rain chances as we head into the holiday weekend, starting with tonight. Still going to see some spotty showers off and on through the rest of the evening, when our next best chance of rain is going to be as we head into the holiday weekend coming up. You're watching Cincinnati's WLWT News 5, and we'll be right back. As well, southeastern Indiana, you're seeing some scattered light rain and more starting to kind of fill back in along I-71. So rain is going to be around for the rest of tonight. Not necessarily raining every single minute or every single hour, but I do think it's going to be cloudy for the rest of this evening. So overall, just a really gloomy evening out there tonight with the spotty light rainfall that will persist through the overnight hours, wrapping up for most of us by tomorrow morning. Throughout the Cincinnati metro, getting in on a little bit more of a break, but I still think some drizzle is around areas of Kentucky, especially over toward Villa Hills, Covington, and Wilder. That's likely going to cross the river here, so you can plan on some rain over toward downtown Cincinnati if you're leaving the office anytime soon, or you're going to be heading home or maybe driving to go get the kids. Still running into some rain on a lot of our interstates, highways, roads, things like that. Across Kentucky, areas south of the 71-75 split, we do still have some spotty showers there, trying to become a little bit more moderate down in Pendleton County, but overall, all of this is not even really producing any thunder or lightning. Severe weather threat back out to our south and east for areas of eastern Kentucky into West Virginia, but we'll stay clear of that here for the rest of tonight. So good news with that. Our rain totals from the last 3 days for a lot of spots have been closer to, at least for the last 2 days, 1 to 2 inches, with some of those higher totals throughout southeastern Indiana. Last 3 days, radar estimates that some of our totals were closer to about 2 to 3 inches for some spots throughout southeastern Indiana. So heavy rain has fallen throughout the last couple of days, and we'll still see some additional light rain here tonight, possibly as much as another 1/4 to a 1/2 inch of rainfall, but I don't anticipate it being as loud as it was last night. Likely not going to wake up to that thunder at 4 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, but I do think by 7 there will be the chance at least for a few spotty showers if you're southeast of I-71 first thing in the morning for your Thursday. The rest of the day is going to be gloomy. Temperatures tomorrow too topping out generally in the upper 60s. So it is going to be a little bit of a cool day outside tomorrow, a lot like today too. We've been in the mid 60s for a lot of the day, so it just kind of feels muggy outside and like the air is really still with all the rain around, and I don't really think that changes a ton tomorrow. We are briefly going to get some dry weather in there for your Thursday, which is good. And then Friday, rain chances are right back with us. Starting Friday afternoon and evening, we'll start to see some rain and thunderstorms moving back in. That's a weather impact day. I think the best day of the entire holiday weekend is likely going to be Saturday. Still not totally rain-free, but less likely to run into rainfall on Saturday. So if you're doing cookouts or barbecues or any parties on Saturday, generally I think most of us end up dry with an isolated downpour threat on Saturday. High temperatures still in the upper 70s. That remains Sunday too, but Sunday is going to be weather impact day with the chance of rain and thunderstorms looking likely mainly by Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening with that threat. And then by the time of day, plan on temperatures likely topping out closer to 80, but still that rain threat, especially as we get into the afternoon and evening on Monday, that's going to be with us too. Heading into next week as well. So back to work next week starting Tuesday. Still looking at the chance of some light rainfall out there Tuesday, kind of off and on throughout the afternoon especially. So with this, as we get into the next few days, tomorrow is going to be the best day we have in terms of any dry weather. Again, if you're southeast of 71, there's a chance that you run into some rain. About 66 for our high temperature on Thursday. Then by Friday, upper 60s looking to be about the week. I'll show you what that's going to mean for your holiday weekend and the best time you'll have to get outside and enjoy some dry weather coming up. Sort of rain gear around because we're going to hold on to the chance of rain through the rest of the evening. I want to start first in Kentucky, down where we have this new flash flood warning that's in effect. You can actually see that scrolling at the top of your screen right now. This does include portions of Pendleton and Bracken counties in Kentucky. So Falmouth, you are under this. This is including some areas of Brooksville as well. Not so much Augusta, but within this area here, it does look like we've picked up about an 1.5 to 2 inches of rain already. And there's the potential that with this heavy rain continuing to fall down, another inch or so of rainfall is a possibility here. So keep in mind, if you come across any flooded roadways or things like that, turn around, don't try to drive through anything, and watch out for the potential for any sort of flooding issues or concerns further here. South, again, areas around Falmouth over toward Brooksville, that is something that we are keeping a close eye on there. Within the Cincinnati metro, it's mostly been a light drizzle for a lot of today, just off and on, really gloomy weather, and that's going to stick around for the rest of the evening as well. Southeastern Indiana, you're experiencing a lot of the same, as well as other areas throughout Kentucky over toward Florence and Union, New Richmond, Lebanon, Mason, Middletown. Everybody just kind of seeing these off and on light showers. Temperatures are going to stay in the 60s for the rest of the evening. We've already picked up just since midnight earlier this morning, more than a ½ inch of rainfall over at CVG. Some spots are closing in on an inch now. We'll still add to that throughout the rest of tonight and this upcoming weekend. Rain chances sticking around. I'll show you when you can expect to see some dry weather kind of working into that holiday forecast coming up. Got for the rest of tonight with the off and on shower chance lasting through the evening time frame. Then this weekend, we'll see more rain around the area. I'll show you when you can expect to see some rain throughout the holiday weekend and when you'll get enough dry time to spend some time outside coming up. You're watching Cincinnati's WLWT News 5, and we'll be right back. This flash flood warning that is in effect for Falmouth, areas of Pendleton County, as well as Bracken County through, I believe, about 9 o'clock tonight. We've got the crawl going at the top of our screen, so we'll have this flash flood warning in effect for a few more hours, thanks to the fact that we are going to pick up in this area. We've already picked up closer to about 1.5 to 2 inches of rain. Very well could see another ½ inch to an inch as this heavy rain moves through. So keep that in mind if you live over here. If you start to see any sort of flooding on roadways, be sure to avoid that. Find another route if you possibly can. Meanwhile, within the metro, we have some lighter showers there, especially over on the east side of town from Anderson up toward Turpin. Areas around Terrace Park also going to see a little bit of rainfall. That's a possibility. And then right around Milford, just to the south of town for you, you've got some rain. West side of town, too. Some rain's going to start to work its way back in if you're along the Ohio River here fairly soon. And then just north of Cheviot, you've also got some rainfall there as well. Over towards southeastern Indiana, some additional showers moving through Ripley County, Dearborn County. Pockets of more moderate rain over by Versailles right now, and then up toward I-74. You can see some of that yellow popping up there on radar as well. In the last 3 days, we've had really impressive rainfall totals, anywhere from about an inch to 2 inches. Some spots closer to 3 from the last 3 days, especially for areas throughout southeastern Indiana. For the rest of tonight, I'd say we're picking up another 1/4 of an inch or so of rain, as long as it's just the light rainfall that you are getting. Could be a little bit heavier if you get caught under one of these heavier, healthier downpours, closer to about another 1/2 inch to a full inch for some of those spots there. As we go through the next couple of days, we will get some much needed dry time tomorrow, but notice tonight it keeps raining throughout, possibly as late as the overnight into tomorrow morning for some areas throughout Kentucky. Now, if you are south of 71, you do have the best potential tomorrow morning to actually see some rainfall. I don't think every morning it's going to be areas Mount Orab, Brown County, over toward portions of Bracken and Falmouth that could end up seeing some of that rainfall early tomorrow morning. Otherwise, the rest of us are going to see some cloud cover through the day. Temperatures are stuck in the 60s tomorrow, so it is going to be a chilly day. Friday morning, we started off dry, but then heading into Friday afternoon, an area of some rain, some thunderstorms start to work their way back in closer to about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday. So keep this in mind if you've got plans to head down to Taste. There will be that rain potential, possibly some thunderstorms as well. If you're heading out to the Reds game, keep that in mind as well. So for the weekend, we've got a couple different weather impact days starting with Friday. I do think Saturday has the potential to be the better day of the weekend, where we are going to see the chance for a few downpours, but also a lot of dry time on Saturday. So some isolated rain is a possibility, but then by Sunday and Monday, impact days for those 2 days, because as we get into the evenings, we will see some additional rainfall moving back in here. So Sunday and Monday both are impact days, and temperatures too, 60s for the next 2.
Cincinnati sports fans, in a few weeks, the Reds win. Joe Burrow talks with a smile on his face about the future of this team. And I don't know, what am I missing here?
I don't know,
to look forward to, basically.
That's good enough right there.
Road series victory. You're right. It has been a minute since we've talked about that. That's for sure.
All right, Allison.
Okay, so
what time of the day it is, it just depends. All right, that's our time for now. Have a good night.